Hi everyone, it's Nancy. I'm here to show you a journal today. I finally finished it. This is my sort of garden planner / garden journal that I've been working on for a little while. Before we get started showing you the journal, I wanted to send out a thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. And the same goes to all the subscribers that aren't so new. I appreciate all your support too. And I thank you so much. I'm thinking maybe I might do a giveaway once I reach 200 subscribers. So let's hope I can get up there. The other thing I wanted to go over before we start talking about the insides of the journal is there are a few credits I wanted to show, and I will also put these credits down in the description box. The fabric, this cover is fabric, and the design is a design by Susan Winget. Also, the journal kit that I started with in making this journal and that I tried to focus on throughout the journal was by Screech Studios, and she's on Etsy. She has some beautiful designs. And then there were other digitals that I used throughout the journal, which were by Old Design Shop, Tracie Fox, and Tsunami Rose, and they all have shops on Etsy as well. If there are any others that I might have forgotten, I will put them in the comment box below the video or the description box. Also, I'm doing this video, but I haven't listed this on Etsy yet. I still have to do the photographs, so it'll be a couple days from the time of this video that, before it gets listed on Etsy. So I'm excited to show it to you. So let's get started. This is the cover, of course, and it's covered in fabric front and back. It's got metal corners on it, on the front and the back. This is a little frame that I die cut, and then I embossed it with some copper embossing powder. And this image in the center of it is part of the kit, the journal kit I used. And I did color the letters so they would show up a little bit more. It's wrapped with some hand-dyed seam binding that I colored to try and match some of the browns and the copper in the frame here. And there's a charm on each end. There's a little, I guess you'll call that a dragonfly, and a ladybug. And this is just wrapped around it. It's not attached to the cover, so it gives you the option of using it or not using it. Whatever the whoever ends up with this journal wants to do with this. So let's get inside. It's a 3-ring binder that I have covered, and I put a kind of a handmade paper lining on the inside. This is an image from a cottage garden, little cottage garden book I had that I cut up, and it had watercolor images throughout the book, and I thought this image went appropriate with the name of the journal called The Potting Shed, which I called The Potting Shed. It's mounted on some muslin and sewn around the edge. I divided the journal up into 6 sections, and actually the sections are very similar in that each section has the same kind, same papers and it's set up the same, but it's also, it's left for the person that eventually owns this. They can divide this up however they want, name each section of the journal whatever works for them in terms of keeping a journal for their gardens. This first page is actually a pocket. This is part of the journal kit that I use from Screech Studios, and it's the pages of this journal kit. And instead of using them as single pages, I just folded them. So they would be a front and back, and I made pockets into them. And some are top loading pockets, some are side. And the top loading pockets have this journal card in it that has a plant profile on it, and this design is from the kit as well, and the back has one on it too, and that slips in there. And this is the back. It says garden chores, and then it's divided up into the 4 seasons, little check mark boxes. Each divider page is covered with has a image of a vintage seed catalog on it. And these, most of these came from Tsunami Rose, if not all. I just can't remember right now. This is a pocket from the journal kit, and the 2 tags from the journal kit. One says thyme, one says basil. And I just covered them with some parchment paper that I tea-dyed and some washi tape. Excuse me for a moment, I need to take a drink. Okay, this is a side loading pocket with 2 of the journal pages. And each side loading pocket has a journal card that looks like this. This is an image that came out of a botanical book. And I will put the name of that book in the description box. It was one that was recommended by Tracie Fox. And on the other side is a stamp, and this comes from Tim Holt's stamp collection called Wildflowers, and it looks like this, and I love it. So, and each tab is canvas that I stamped with a random number. And that's another page from the kit. These pages, each section has one of these pages in it. I got this a long time ago, and I can't remember who it was by, but I will look it up. I'm thinking it's 7 Gypsies, but I'm not real sure. And this is just line paper. This is another image from that book that I cut up on cottage gardens. This is a piece of ephemera from the kit. I have some digital stamping in here, and all the digital stamps are from the old design shop. It's a wheelbarrow. This is one of the fabric stamps I made, and the stamp in the center is actually paper that I sewed around, and these little paper stamps came from the kit too. And some designer paper that I made a side pocket out of, and this is some leaf trim. And these pages are from the old design shop. I love the black and white images on them, so I just stuck them in there for some extra journaling space, and I decorated the pages with some paper and some washi tape, and it'll slip in there. It's another seed catalog image, and this is like a tiered pockets that I made from little file cards, and each one has a journal card in it that I stamped. most of these are from the kit, if not all. Can't remember if this one's from the kit. Yeah, that's got a flower on it. And then there's this one, a man with a wheelbarrow. And all these stamps on the back are from the Tim Holtz collection. And we have a lady in her garden. Another stamp. And this is another side pocket with this card in it. And that slips in there. Page from the journal kit. Some blank pages. Another page from that cottage garden kit. A digital stamp of an arbor. Some other ephemera from the kit and a fabric stamp. I thought this page you could use to put photographs on if you wanted. It's another catalog cover. This is 2 bags that I layered over each other. One's glassine and one is a brown paper bag. And these little word phrases are from My Porch Prints on Etsy. And this little tag I covered with a napkin. And the napkin design is by Misc. It's spelled M-I-C-H-E-L, and they have fabulous botanical image napkins. 2 tags from the kit. One says sage, that one says rosemary. Same as the other 2 tags on the back. And then this bag is open so you can stick more behind it if you want. And inside this bag is one of those seed packets from Target, and I never got to my Target to get any. So I ordered for them these from a shop on Etsy, and I'll put the name of that shop below. She was fabulous. I got some brown ones and some gray ones with a window, and a great, awesome service. So just wanted to say that. This is covered with tissue paper that comes in a roll, and it's by Tim Holtz, Ideology, and it looks like this. And on top of this, I rubbed on Distress Glaze, and it gives this wonderful, like, see-through look to the paper. When you rub it on, and then you take like a paper towel and polish it off. And I thought it looked so awesome. And inside is a little journal card with a poem called To a Flower by Anonymous. This is from Old Design Shop. And put that paper clip on so I don't lose it. And let's see, another top loading pocket with a plant profile. Plant profile on the, page on it. These are more, as I said before, pages from the kit. This is a little graph page that you could use to, write design plans for your gardens. And another page from the kit that was sort of random, so I stuck it in there. That's another piece of ephemera from the kit. Another digital stamp. This is actually some kind of garden barrow, they call it. Not a wheelbarrow, but a market garden barrow. That's a piece of ephemera from the kit. Another fabric stamp. And another seed catalog. These 2 pockets are from the kit, and this is just some ribbon, seam binding at the bottom. And inside each pocket is a little journal card. This is from Old Design Shop. I love these. And this is a cigarette card from Tracie Fox, Love Junk Journals. And I just made it into a little fold-out journal card so I could include the back of the card as well. So that goes in there, and if you wanted to put it in a larger pocket, you could stick it in so that the front part hangs out, or the back part, however you like. And the top pocket has the same two things but different designs. And another top loading pocket with a plant profile card, just as I showed you before. Another image, I love that one, the lady on the ladder. A little she shed, digital, ephemera from the kit, and a fabric stamp. Another page for, photos, whatever you want to do with that. Seed catalog image. This is a belly band that I made from an image I got from, actually it was a day planner that was focused on gardening. And these are seed packets from the kit, and there were two designs, so I made two of each, and then I just put a little Tim Holtz paper clip on them to keep the flap closed. So there's nothing inside of them, so whatever you want to put in them, they're there. Oops. And here we go. This is another side loading one, a different image on it. This cardstock is like a parchment look to it. Another one of those pages with a light design on it. Another random page from the kit. This one's got the graph on it. More ephemera, a watering can stamp. This is a digital stamp from the Old Design Shop. So there's lots of paper in here to write on and journal on about your gardens. Another seed catalog image. This is a glassine bag that I stuffed. This one's got another one of those seed envelopes that I covered as before, and then another poem. This is a different one, of course. It'd be the same. And the seed catalog or seed envelope below it has got some seeds in it. This is one of the gray ones, and I included the actual information from the back of the seed packet, so you know when to plant them and what kind of seeds they are. So, and then here's another one of those cigarette cards. This one's a pansy. And this is one of my pressed flowers that I did a long time ago. It's a little pansy, and I didn't think a garden journal was complete without a little pressed flower in it, so that's why I included it and put it in this little glassine envelope. And that goes in there. Another side pocket and another botanical image on it. More pages from the kit. This one talks about hollyhocks, which is almost like a standard for cottage gardens, standard flower to use in cottage gardens. This is like a man at a potting bench. It's a digital stamp. Ephemera from the kit, a fabric stamp. And this little side pocket is a vellum envelope with a label on it that I made. And inside, I put some leafings in it. So if you have pressed flowers that you might want to include in this book, you can put them in between those little pieces of vellum. It's like a real lightweight vellum, and you can tuck them safely away in this vellum envelope. And then I closed it with this paper clip. And let me wake up my computer here so I can see what I'm doing. This little page I included is for putting in plant tags. I don't know about you, if you're a gardener, I always keep my plant tags so I know what I planted, from one year to the next and what kind of annuals I got. So it gives me an idea of what to go shop for the next year. And these little plant tags stick in just like that. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 spaces for a plant tag on the front and 9 spaces on the back. And this is a little large graph page that I included for more designing and planning that you might want to do. And this is a little envelope I made with some images from one of my flower books that I collaged, and inside are some sleeves that have a sticky end on them, so you can put slip a photograph inside the sleeve, and then you can attach it to the page. And then there's different sizes. There's this size, which is, let me measure, about 4 1/4 by 4 5/8. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 4 5/8. There's 2 of those. And then there's this one that's 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. There's 2 of those. And then there's 2 large ones, which I'm thinking is 4 by 6. Yeah, it's 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, so it'll take a 4 by 6 photo. And then there's these. They have a little slip-in pocket at the top, and then they've got sticky on the backs of them. You can put photos or plant specimens inside these, and these measure 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. So those are all included in this back envelope here. And then the back of the notebook itself, I put a fabric pocket with 2 more tags from the kit, coriander and marjoram. And then I included in this little teeny tiny paper bag are some label stickers I made up with all different category titles on them. So you can pick out from these how you want to name the sections of the journal. I've got everything from to-do to seasonal prep and tasks to expenses and purchases, maintenance. So it gives you a selection of, titles to use. And those go in the little paper bag. Let's not use my little paper clip. And that's it. That's for the end of this garden journal. I hope you liked it. And it'll be for sale in my Etsy shop real soon, in a couple days. And that's it for today. I'll be back soon with probably a tutorial or something similar to that. See y'all later. Bye.